So good afternoon, everybody. It is Tuesday, May 27th, and tomorrow happens to be the new moon. So we're ending the lunar cycle, which is really, really cool because I didn't realize it, but it's a very potent energy day. So get a little bit of a oomph today from the moon. So how lovely is that? So here we go. Everybody in your comfy, cozy seat, in your heart center. Breathing in, breathing out. We're just inviting you to let go of the external world just for a moment, maybe for an hour if you're here a little longer, an hour and a half maybe. Depends on chatting, I guess. Just let it go. And we're going to invite you to set your intentions. And to remember just to allow whatever it is that's supposed to come forward for you during this call, to allow it to show up in any way in which that is appropriate for you. No judgment. Just knowing that Spirit's got your back and you're receiving what it is that you need to receive for the day. And here we go, we're going to set up the space. We're calling forth the Ascended Masters, your guides, you from the future as an Ascended Master, your higher self, your team, the energy consciousness that surrounds you in another dimension, who have contracted with you in this incarnation to serve and assist, to grow and evolve. Call forth the angelic beings of love and light that you work with. La Luna, the moon. We call forth the moon at the level of her higher self to come forth and with vigil, send information. And then any beings of love and light from the angelic realm that wish to come forth and serve and assist in this sacred healing course this afternoon called. We ask them to come forth now and encircle you in this safe and sacred space. Here you go. Let me invite them just to come a little closer. And they're just saying, we are here. Cool. We're inviting your body deva's higher self. Your body deva is the consciousness of your physical human form at the level of its higher self, and your higher self to actively connect and engage with grids and minds of love and light, and to actively connect and engage with all aspects, systems, levels, and components of your body and your being, to connect with your own spiritual power, your own spiritual source. And it's very interesting as we just set that up. There's garbage men on my street, which I think is kind of ironic because today is all about getting rid of the garbage. That's synchronicity right there. Perfect. I thought that's really unusual. Calling forth the appropriate sacred geometric healing shapes, holograms, and mandalas that have the capacity to support you from a place of healing, releasing empathic sensitivity, personal empowerment, divine boundaries, personal responsibility, trust, faith, allowing and joy. Joy, 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 joy. And any other intentions you would like to bring in for yourself today? I'm going to invite you to bring those in. We're asking that these intentions be held in your energetic field. Just checking in what they want to start with. Okay. 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 So the first piece they're bringing up that I'm receiving is fear. But it's not personal, individual fear. It's fear from the consciousness of the masses. So there's a consciousness on this planet. We call it mass consciousness. And then there's a human consciousness as well. And both of these consciousnesses hold a lower vibration that is entrenched in the vibrations of fear, of lack. I can't do it. It's never going to happen. It's the victim vibration. And right now, the mass consciousness is holding an anger, fear, and irritation. And they're using the anger especially as a way to try to propel themselves forward. And just seeing what the guides want to say about that. Okay. And so what happens is when we're tapped into the mass consciousness or the human consciousness that is holding those vibrations, you can empathically feel what is happening in the mass consciousness, in the human consciousness. It's not necessarily yours per se, but you're empathically feeling everything that's happening on the planet, right? All the anger, all the fear. Here again, it's starting to move. So we're inviting you at the level of yourself, your body, David's higher self, and your team. Okay. To work with the energetic fields and the guides, to energetically locate all of your reference points and orientation points that you might have plugged into this mass consciousness, this human consciousness that right now is holding that fear and that anger and that irritation. And you'll hear me breathe very heavily, and that is my empathic reaction to the energy that's shifting. And so sometimes it can be a little, heavy breathing, and sometimes I'll cough, and that's just kind of an indication that those pieces are clearing. So there's a lot of that moving on. So let me grab those. Yep. So locating the reference points and the orientation points where we're all plugged into this mass consciousness, this human consciousness of fear and anger and irritation, of lack, victim. Good. And we're inviting you to lift your orientation points and your reference points that you have plugged into this mass consciousness up and out. Up and out of this, I call it like a dark cloud, but up and out of the consciousness. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, bringing them back to the level of your higher self, of you, your body, your team. Yeah. Ooh, okay. And we're asking for cleaning and a clearing of these reference points and orientation points. Cleaning and clearing all the energy of mass consciousness that are being reference pointed on your reference points, your orientation points. There we go. Clean and clear them. We're asking for healing and repair of any of your orientation points and reference points. And if you do feel that shortness of breath or tightness anywhere in the body, we just invite you to breathe into that space. We're asking for a recalibration of these orientation points and reference points to be recalibrated to the light, love, sound, color, vibration, and frequency of your own soul's essence, your own team's essence, your own body's essence. So if you notice, we're doing this kind of like in threes for you, your body, and your team. We are identifying them and recognizing them as their own consciousness so that they can do these processes for themselves, either as a group or an individual or both. Good. Okay. And now we're inviting you at the level of your higher self, your body's higher self, your team's higher self, to energetically locate the more enlightened consciousness that is being held on this planet right now, being held from a place of abundance, trust, faith, hope, empowerment, love. It is separate from the mass consciousness. You do have access to it. We're asking you at your energy self level to find this higher consciousness. Just leading. Not the guides to serve the system that way as well. And the higher consciousness of Earth has shown up. I can see her. She's kind of on the outskirts. She's kind of holding space and watching at the moment. I think she has some information for us, but there we go. Did you find it? Yeah, here we go. Awesome. And let's take those orientation points and reference points that you just cleaned, cleared, and recalibrated. And now we're going to plug them in. You can almost imagine a plugging in into this higher consciousness that holds a higher degree of enlightenment, that holds these higher vibrations. And we're just, if you're not feeling it really and you're trying really hard with the mind to kind of plug in, we're going to invite you to turn the mind off. This really isn't work that your mind can do. We're really relying on those three energies, your body's higher self, your team's higher self, and your higher self, the energy cells of all three, to do this work. They know how to do it. They know where to find it. They know what it looks like. They know how to plug in and unplug out. So just let them do it. It'll move a little faster if we allow them to do it. If we allow the mind to work, then it begins to interfere. Okay. Oh, yeah, good. We're going to invite you also to release the empathic sensitivity of mass conscious up and off, all system level components, and all aspects of your body, your being, and your team. All that anger, fear, lack, all those pieces that you might have been empathically feeling, we're inviting you to return them to their right and perfect places where they can be received with all relevant and appropriate energetic information. When we are empathic, it's an indicator that we just have information for the other person, the people who we are empathically feeling. So we're just going to send that energetic information to where it can be received, the level of their higher self, where it can be received, where they can receive the information. Good. All right. Asking for a release of all trauma, release of all negative karma, asking for the activation of all spiritual lessons and the return of all soul fragments. Good. That's an update of all those reference points, orientation points, all ways in which you perceive. Same for your body, same for your team. It really feels just a little bit lighter. Good. Let's see what we're moving on to next. Yes. Okay. All right. 4. Okay. Yep. Round. Okay. So we're going to call forth Earth at the level of her higher self to come closer. To encircle you at the level of your higher self, your body's higher self, your team. And she has some information for us. Let's tune in just a minute. See what that is. Okay. Oh, how cool. So we're going to invite Earth to provide all relevant and appropriate energetic information to you, your body, your team, at the level of the higher self, to its right and perfect place where it can be received. And the impression is that she has kind of like an energetic package, kind of like some new grids for you in the body and some updates. So it's kind of like, if you think about a computer, it's kind of like Earth is coming in and she's got some updates and we're just kind of being updated. The body's being updated. Our being is being sent information. She's not going to update our being, but she is definitely going to send some information on how we can kind of update ourselves. So we're just going to invite Earth and the angelic realm of love and light to kind of send us that energy bundle, that package that contains the appropriate light grids and updates that we need at this appropriate time, space, to release that which no longer serves and to bring in the new pieces that are going to serve and assist us in moving forward into this space. Okay, great. And so I'm not really hearing the tones, but the guys are saying that there are specific sounds and tones that are being brought in by the angelic realm to kind of serve and assist with this update, activation. Oh, it's an activation. Oh, okay. So it's just the angelic realm, not Earth. It's just the angelic realm bringing in an activation, but it's tones, music, vibration. I'm just going to invite you to just receive. That's all you have to do today is just receive. And Earth, I can see Earth kind of like behind us all, just kind of draping everyone in this kind of protective what do they call them? Cloak, like a cloak. Where is that one? Okay. Okay, so this was on my list, but I had it for last. But I can see that they're moving into it already. So we're going to jump the list and go here because I think it's pretty important. So you're inviting your higher self and your body, David's higher self, to work with the energetic fields and the guides, the earth and the moon at the level of their higher selves. Good. To energetically locate all of the vibrations that no longer serve you. Okay. The moon really is kind of working on. It's really interesting. The moon is kind of like glowing really bright, almost like helping you find those vibrations that no longer serve you. It's just kind of like being the flashlight. It's really kind of cool. So you can find those pieces that no longer serve you. And we're inviting you at the level of your higher self, the guides. I think it's more the angelic realm. Yeah, and they're using these tones. They're bringing in these tones to kind of allow the release of those energies to go and to be more graceful in their releasing. So they're just, there we go, a little bit around the heart. So they're toning in the higher realms. If you're clairaudient, you might be able to hear them. I'm just I get it a different way. So I'm hearing, they're using these tones to help with the release of letting those pieces go. So a lot in the heart chakra, a lot of old stuff that you might have looked at over the last couple of months, or have come up for you just recently. And that's beginning to release. We're asking that to be lifted up and out of the heart with these tones. We're inviting you to let go of the appropriate layers, appropriate lines, and energy, templates, blueprints, or grids that just no longer serve you at this time. To let them go. There's no need to hold on to anything old. We're getting a new kind of update, so you just allow for the release. Moving into greater trust in the process as we begin a new cycle. Tomorrow, actually, new cycle of the moon. So just allowing whatever needs to go and trusting that the new cycle of the moon that brings in is going to be exactly what you need. I'm inviting you to hold a high vibration, bubbling up a higher vibration in your fields as you allow for the release and the emptying of the old. There we go. Yeah, raising your vibration. There we go. Good. Inviting you to bring in the appropriate healing hologram that supports you as you gracefully release these pieces. And as you release, we're inviting the angelic realm of love and light to encircle you, to hold a safe and gentle space. I think that's kind of like what Earth was doing with the cloak, cloaking you, holding that safe, sacred space as you release, as you surrender, as you let go. Oh, there we go. We're just going to hold this space for just a few minutes. There's a lot of like, oh no. We're just okay. We're just holding that space. It's hard to let go. But again, we're inviting the vibrations, your higher self, to bring in greater vibrations of trust and knowing for you, your body, your team. They can bring in that trust and knowing also that the next lunar cycle is just going to be even better. It's these pieces that you've been carrying for a really long time you no longer need. Okay. Good. They're telling me we're not resisting. We're good. Okay. Good. All right. There's something we want to move on. Okay. So the next piece is to invite you at the level of your higher self, your body's higher self, your team, to then bring in extra protection through the use. Let's bring in the orbs of light that offer extra protection during this process of release and growth, to come in and around you, your body, and your team. So as you recalibrate to the new energy, you have like an extra bubble of protection to do so. That's good. It's cool. I can see everybody in like these little orbs of light. And colorize them. Yeah. And if you want, they're saying you can think of a color that best suits you right now. And these orbs of light, you can fill these orbs of light with that color. Just sharing, I'm going to fill mine with gold. The first thing that came to my mind. We ask that these orbs of light be surrounded and protect you throughout your day as you move throughout your day and during dream time. Tonight, if and when you listen to the call. Good. And then we're asking for an update of all these orientation points, reference points, templates, blueprints, grids, updates, all ways in which you perceive. Same for your body, same for your team. Good. There's a little bit of a, what do you call that, like a excitement. A little bit of excitement starting to rise. Kind of like a sense of freedom in the way of, oh my gosh, thank goodness we got rid of all those old pieces. I'm so over that. And there's just kind of like this lightness that follows, which is really kind of cool. Okay. There we go. And I'm just looking at the next piece that we want to do. See if we're jumping around or doing something new. Mm-hmm. Okay. And so we are jumping around, which is really kind of funny. Okay, so we're going to concentrate a little bit on the solar plexus right now. When I look at everybody's solar plexus, it's like they're not pretty. We have like this gaping hole, and it's being corded. And what that means is either we're courting other people from the solar plexus, the power center, or other people are courting us, trying to get access to the power, our willpower center. And when that happens, you can feel really drained of energy. You get high empathic responses because you can actually feel the other person's stuff when they cord you. And the solar plexus, it's just yucky. So the first thing, let's look at that. And it's related to fear. And I think from what I'm getting, it's kind of like people are courting the solar plexus because they're afraid, right? So when you're holding a higher vibrating light and people are afraid they're going to court you, kind of like, ooh, that's a really interesting visual. Kind of like if you're swimming in the ocean, right? And you see someone drowning, right? You want to help. So we go over and we try to help. But if you're not equipped, if you're not a lifeguard and you don't know how really to swim a person back into shore in the ocean, which is, there is an actual technique for that. People, even if you do, people will jump on you, literally. They don't know how to swim, they're drowning, and you're there. They will try and jump on you to hang on for dear life, right? And what happens is sometimes, even if you're a lifeguard, they get so panicky that the person who's trying to help them drowns because the other person is just latching on. And this is kind of like the visual they're giving me about the solar plexus. Like right now, it's kind of funky and wonky, and people who aren't aware, or they aren't open, are really feeling it and they don't get it. But they see your energy, they see your light, and they're kind of like that drowning person trying to tap into your power, that information that you're holding in your power center. So we're going to kind of, we don't have to carry people, so we're going to give them the information and set them on their way. And that will decrease a lot of empathic sensitivity as well. And you'll feel a little bit better, a little bit more stable and balanced in your solar plexus. So let's invite your higher self, your body, David's higher self, your team, to work with the energetic fields of the guys. Let's first energetically locate the solar plexus. Okay. And energetically locate any and all cords that you might be cording to other people, or they are cording to you. There we go. Yeah. And let's cut the cords, dissolve the cords, unhook the cords, remove the cord, whatever verbiage you like to use. Up and out of other people's energy fields, their chakras. And let's bring those pieces that belong to us that are cording other people up and out of their fields, their chakras, all aspects of their body, their being, their team. And let's bring those cords back to you at the level of your higher self. So we'll clean it, clear it, recalibrate it, and transform it back into love and light. Bringing it back down onto your own divine mind. They're just telling me to wait. Sorry, I'm moving a little too fast. Okay, there we go. In a whole and healed state. And we're going to invite your higher self to reference point and orient your own internal power internally on the divine mind in your own solar plexus. On the line. Good. And then we're going to energetically locate all of the cords that are cording you. Doesn't necessarily have to be in the solar plexus. We can. Okay, we're doing the solar plexus. Okay, so just in the solar plexus. In all chakras. Okay, do them all. Wherever you want them. And we're asking that all of those cords from other people who are courting you be removed, discorded, dissolved. lifted up and out of all aspects, systems, levels, and components of your body, your being, and your team. And it looks kind of like a frayed rope at the end. That's what these cords just kind of look like. And let's just send all of these cords and all of the energy from other people, there we go, who have been courting you, up and out of all aspects of your body, your being, your team. And let's send these, we're going to send these cords back, but we're going to send them back to the level of their higher selves where it can be received. So if we send corded information back and just send it back, it'll come back, right? So we're sending these cords back to the level of their higher self where it can be received. So it's kind of like, hey, you're kind of doing this, and here's the cord, and we're going to give it back to you. And they're like, oh, okay, yeah, I got it. And we got this handled. And they're going to clean it and clear it and do their thing with whatever it is that they need to do with that information. But we're just going to send it back. And along with that, we're going to release all trauma related to any of those cords. Whew. There was a little whirly swirly there. I heard a download in the left ear about a couple seconds ago, and then the whirly swirly kind of came in a little bit, very lightly. With the release of all trauma, the release of all negative karma we're going to ask for. Here we go. The activation of all spiritual lessons and the return of all soul fragments. Good. And then we're going to go back to your solar plexus. Still looks a little kind of gummy. So we're going to ask for cleaning and a clearing of the solar plexus chakra, clearing the front and the back and the crystalline structures that lie within of all energies, vibrations, frequencies, and sounds, colors that do not belong to you or your body or your team. Here we go. Asking those be cleaned and cleared out of the solar plexus. Whew. Let's send those energies up to the heart of source for transformation. Bringing back down a beautiful golden light at the level of your higher self, your body's higher self, and your team. Asking for a healing and a repair of your solar plexus chakra. There we go. Okay. I'm feeling a little activity in the third eye, which is very interesting. We might have to go there next, but we're still here. The connection is the solar plexus. The solar plexus cleaning and clearing, healing and repairing is also connected to the third eye and how you see yourself and how you hold your power. That's why it was triggering. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, I just see a little, what is that? Yeah, what is that? There's still a little stuff in there. I just want to take a, what is that? Oh. Okay. Huh. And so there's still a little area of, I perceive it as just kind of like, it's just like a shadow area. And this is kind of past issues related to holding your power. And I'm going to invite your higher self, your body's higher self, your team to work with the energetic fields and guides and to energetically locate that past issue of how you held your power. Okay. It's around betrayal. All the past times in the past where you were betrayed. Or did you do the betraying? Let me look. You did the betraying. Where you were betrayed by others. This is a really big solar plexus issue. Okay. Higher self, body, Davis, higher self, team. Work with the energetic fields and the guides. Energetically go back in time to this point. In all the points, actually, let's go back to all the points in all incarnations, lifetimes, dimensions, and realities where you were betrayed by others, where you weren't holding the vibrations of loyalty on yourself, and therefore you were betrayed by others in a not so very loving way. And we'll ask for the appropriate healing holograms to come in and around at this point in time that have the capacity to heal, to release the trauma, to release all negative karma, to activate the spiritual lesson of loyalty to self. So in the shifting to higher consciousness perspective, we do the opposite of what we're intending on mastering. And what that means is we experience the opposite experiences when we're trying to learn a lesson. So when we're trying to learn how to be loyal to ourselves, we may experience situations of betrayal in order to master loyalty. If you're not holding that vibration internally, it will reflect to you in your outer world. Betrayal is the reflection of not holding loyalty internally on the divine mind. So we're going back to all these points in time where we weren't holding loyalty to self on the divine mind. And as an experience, we receive betrayal or we experience betrayal. So we're going back in time to release all that trauma, release all the negative karma around it, return all the soul fragments, to activate all the spiritual lessons. The spiritual lesson is self-loyalty, loyalty to self. Trauma is no longer a trauma until we activate the spiritual lesson. And then we're asking that we're asking for healing of all these points in time as well. Big solar plexus stuff today. And we're asking that the healing and the activation of the spiritual lesson of all of these points in time be brought back to you at the level of your higher self, your body, David's higher self, and your team. And they will bring this back down onto the divine line in a clean, clear, recalibrated, whole and healed state and into this present breath of now and beyond. Here we go. Good. Inviting your higher self, body's higher self, team's higher self, to bring in reference points, locating self-loyalty internally on the divine line, and reference pointing your self-loyalty internally. Good for you, your body, your team. And And then we're asking for an update of all those reference points, orientation points, and all ways in which you perceive. Same for your body, same for your team. Whew, that was a big one. We're not done yet. We have to still clean up that solar plexus. It looks much, much better. I can see it glowing. It looks good. So now we're just going to invite your higher self, your body, David's higher self, your team, to then spin your solar plexus chakra in the appropriate direction, the appropriate speed, the appropriate color, light, frequency, and vibration that is in alignment with you and your essence. For you, your body, and your team. There we go. Good. And then update that as well. Update those reference points and all ways in which you perceive. Same body, same team. Your solar plexus is so shiny right now. Cool. Okay. And I'm just going to take another look, but I'm getting a message that we're kind of like these are really big pieces, and you guys are kind of like done. Just like, got it. You guys are telling me at the level of your higher self, we got everything we need right now, but I just want to double check to see if there's any pieces. Finish. Oh. We're thinking about one. Hang on. I'm like, well, I have this one still on my list. And you're like, let's take a look at that. Okay, so we are going to do this one. It's not a heavy piece. It's actually not even a shifting piece. So we're just inviting your higher self and your body, David's higher self, to work with the energetic fields and the guides to energetically locate the vibration of self-worth and self-appreciation internally on your divine line in your tube of light. Yeah, so right now you can feel kind of like all your energy just going center. Yeah, it's kind of like a wake-up call. You guys are like, oy vey. It's really kind of funny. Oy vey. You're like, we don't have it. It's like, oh my gosh, we went in here looking for it and it's not here. And so when we don't hold self-appreciation and self-worth internally on your divine line, you go in, you don't find it, you're going to experience vibrations of not feeling worthy and not feeling appreciated. So we are going to invite your higher self, your body, David's higher self, and your team to then work with your energetic fields and the guides to then locate your self-worth and self-appreciation. If it's not internally in your tube of light there when they went in to look for it, we're inviting you to go locate it now. Okay, and to lift it up and off everything and everyone and everywhere that you're placing it that's not internally on your divine line. Good, and bring that back to the level of your higher self, body's higher self team. Clean it, clear it, recalibrate it. Good, there we go. And bring it back into your tube of light on your divine line in a clean, clear, recalibrated, whole and healed state. There we go. Oh, kind of feels like, oh. And that's a heart chakra, so you might be feeling it around the heart. That's a heart chakra vibration. There we go. I just felt your heart just kind of like flutter. There, good. Now we invite your higher self body, David's higher self team, to then energetically locate your self-worth and your self-appreciation in your tube of light that's on the divine line. And there's just kind of like, oh, a relief. The feeling of relief that just kind of like, oh, yeah, now I got it. There it is. Okay. And they're just telling me that you're done, but our ERT guides, which are my emergency response team is what I call them, they are going to continue doing some work with you around these pieces for about God, how long? Yeah, just for today. Just until you're kind of like integrated and balanced, and that will vary depending upon each and every one of you. So we're asking that you be wrapped in sheets of rainbow light, placed in a safe, sacred container that has the capacity to support you into sealing in these vibrations to the degree that is appropriate for your own spiritual growth and evolutionary state. We thank the angelic realm who've come forth to serve and assist, to you for having the courage to come forth and shift these pieces, to move into a greater vibration. For as you make this shift, humanity shifts with you. Let it be so. Oh. And so that's just kind of like the main piece. Now, as you're integrating, I'm just going to kind of come back and just watch the energy just for a little bit and see if there's anything else that kind of pops up. In the meantime, I'm going to turn off the recording. Okay, so we're just going to adjust this one little piece. You guys are kind of like, when I'm looking at you, there's a little bit of fear that's still happening, just quite not feeling protected. So we're just going to invite you at the level of your higher self, your body, David's higher self, and your team to work with the energetic fields and the guides to energetically locate your current protection mechanisms. There we go. That don't work, that don't keep you protected. They're kind of like outdated. Good. And we're going to invite you to release them, to dissolve those pieces. It's just kind of like extra weight. They don't really work. They keep you in a fear-based state because they don't work, right? So we're asking you to release those. There you go. And to energetically locate in the higher realms your own personal unique protection mechanism that is specifically, uniquely yours. It's you, your body, your team. It holds a really high vibration. It's in its own perfect divine perfection. Good. And to activate that protection mechanism in the higher realms for you, your body, your team, and then reflect it down to you here, all the light codes, vibration, frequency, sounds, down to you here, templates, blueprints, grids, in the physical dimension, and into this present breath of now and beyond. Yeah, there we go. Yep, good. Recalibrating your current protection mechanism to these new sounds, frequencies, templates, blueprints, grids, new vibration that hold a higher consciousness, a more enlightened way of protection. Good. Again, reference pointing and orienting your safety and protection internally on your divine line, in your tube of light. Locate where that is. Good. Good. And then update all those orientation points, reference points, and all ways in which you perceive. Same for your body, same for your team. And update the templates, blueprints, and grids for your protection mechanism as well for you, your body, your team. Good. Good. Much better. Okay. Good. And then we ask that you be wrapped in sheets of rainbow light one more time in that safe, sacred container that has the capacity to seal these vibrations in to the degree that is appropriate for your own spiritual growth and evolutionary state. Let it be so. Oh. Good.